you want to call me selfish for not wearing a mask? I want to say to you,
yes,
all the
Rachel,
people calling me selfish, you're the one who's trying to force me a medical procedure so you can feel more safe.
The risks are very, very low. This is a virus that has a 99.6% recovery rate. This is a virus that is very well contained. This is a virus that the CDC is removing epidemic status from. How I view it is everyone's healthcare decisions are their own, and everyone is responsible for their own healthcare decisions. As Chris said, if you are afraid, if you are at higher risk, feel free to stay home, feel free to wear a mask, feel free to social distance. That is your choice and we respect it. We want our choices respected as well.
So it's the most cases any state has ever reported. The state health department recorded 15,300 new COVID-19 cases in our state. You can see that last line spikes above the others on this graph.
What law is being broken? I would love to know what law is being broken and what they're going to do. The police are here. What we want to see right now are these police officers to stand down. We want them to stand down right now. Stand down, stand down, stand down, stand down, stand down. It's wrong, it's wrong, it's wrong, it's wrong, it's wrong, it's wrong. Don't shut her down! Don't shut her down! Don't shut her down! Don't shut her down! Do the right thing! Do the right thing! What happened? What did they do? What kind of fine did they give you?
3 lately.
Are you taking this woman's alcohol license from her today?
It's wrong. It's wrong what you're doing.
It's wrong.
America.
This is America. This is America.
This is the United States.
We are not a communist state.
This is not communist China.
You do not. Man.
Unbelievable.
Wow. And you know what? I want to second that.
Up here,
listen to this.
Crappy neighbor, and what about my right if somebody's
stay in your
you
house?
You have a right to stay in your house. You have every right to wear a mask if you want.
Shut
Don't
that
shove
window.
it on me.
Shut
you
that
have
window,
every
honey.
right.
Shut
you
that
have every
window,
right to
honey.
stay in that
you
house.
You have a right to stay in your house.
Stay in your house, Karen.
Shut the
stay
window,
in your house.
honey.
See,
this
is the kind of thing we're up against. We're up
against.
against.
This is a person in her own home. She's allowed to stay in her home. Nobody is coming into her home telling her, be quiet, honey, you're in your home. Shut the window.
Florida shattered a nationwide record for the number of new coronavirus cases in one day. More than 15,000 were confirmed Saturday, almost 4,000 more than the state's record last week.
My name is Butch, and I'm an American patriot. See that flag? I would die for that flag. The Constitution that you are supposed to uphold, I would die for that.
It is appalling that each and every one of you sitting up there as human beings, part of the human race, the only race that we have, would suggest to muffle people, to put masks on our face, to keep us from breathing oxygen, to get us to become sickly.
You preach pseudoscience and safety. Does anyone care about preserving the liberty of the people who pay your salaries? Some of you are up there smirking and smiling at public comments to which you do not agree. I have the photos, and they're shameful.
They want to throw God's wonderful breathing system out the door. You're all turning your backs on it. Can you prove that it's good for people to breathe carbon dioxide over and over and over again?
This is a single woman who is running this grilled cheese business. This is her dream, and all she is doing is standing up for the rights of people to make their own medical decisions, okay? And you know what? You want to call me selfish for not wearing a mask? I want to say to you,
yes,
all the
Rachel,
people calling me selfish, you're the one who's trying to force me a medical procedure so you can feel more safe.
The risks are very, very low. This is a virus that has a 99.6% recovery rate. This is a virus that is very well contained. This is a virus that the CDC is removing epidemic status from. How I view it is everyone's healthcare decisions are their own, and everyone is responsible for their own healthcare decisions. As Chris said, if you are afraid, if you are at higher risk, Feel free to stay home, feel free to wear a mask, feel free to social distance. That is your choice and we respect it. We want our choices respected as well.
I have no problem if anybody wants to wear a mask, feels comfortable wearing a mask. We fully support that. Do it. If it makes you feel better, if it makes you feel safe and healthy, do it. But for the rest of us, we shouldn't be required to. We do enough for our health to support our immune system. There are studies that show, oh, thank you, sweetie. There are studies that show the detriment on the other side of things to wearing the mask as well. So I think the bottom line is that the government is there to protect our rights. They're not there to tell us how to live our life and how to be healthy, basically.
Let's say a prayer for Carrie right now. Father God, I pray for Carrie right now. She has been under attack nonstop.
Tonight, Florida shatters the record for the most new daily cases of any state throughout the pandemic, more than 15,000. It's all rising. Positive COVID tests, hospitalizations, deaths, and temperatures across the country.
It's 104, and we're dying.
To cool off, California's packed beaches. Masks are mandated and social distancing encouraged.
We're trying to find a place that is somewhat close to the water, but away from people.
In Houston, a troubling sight at this water park. People escaping the heat without masks, and for health experts, too close for comfort. There are youths in Texas still testing their fate on purpose.
They had attended a COVID party. People get together and to see if the virus is real and if anyone gets infected.
San Antonio doctor Jane Appleby has a dire warning straight from her patient's last words. He was 30 years old.
Just before the patient died, they looked at their nurse and they said, "I think I made a mistake. I thought this was a hoax, but it's not."
Nobody's mentioned death. I've lost a son to this disease. I lost a grandmother and a grandfather to this disease. And I have 3 people on respirators right now. It's